let's talk about this short film. We All Scream, because this here is still in that supernatural horror element. How did this come across your guys' desk?
So we actually were working with a guy. He acted in Gallows 2. His name's Jener Dasilva. He was an actor in that film. We just had a great time working with him. And Jener ended up kind of working alongside us for over a year, I would say, here in the office. Like, he lived here with us. He was writing, developing stuff with us, and this was one of the ideas he had come up with during that time. And the short is essentially like almost the opening scene of the feature film, or the kind of the setup to this character, Mr. Sweetie. And we thought, well, we could go shoot this. Like, we could do this here in Fresno. Like, let's go do it the way we have done shorts for a lot of our concepts. So we shot this in 2019, I think, right? In the summer.
Yeah.
And yeah, we thought it turned out great, and we did a few festivals with it.
There was like 7 festivals. Or
yeah, I got into some festivals, ScreamFest, and that was fun. They did a drive-in showing at ScreamFest, and it was the only one that got actual screams at ScreamFest.
Yeah, we heard like actual screams in that block of film, so it was great.
Yeah, so we decided to put it out on our YouTube channel just recently.
Is this your guys? Because I remember you guys were telling me that you guys are going to basically work with other filmmakers. Is this one of your ways of branching out at this point?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice because we're starting to work with more writers. We've never really considered ourselves great writers. We feel like we're excellent filmmakers, just in general, producers, directors, and kind of like getting it done and seeing it through to completion. But, and even building the story world, but not necessarily putting it on paper in that script format. We look at scripts more as blueprints, not necessarily something that has to be totally perfect. We feel like we perfect it as we're making it. But yeah, using new writers, just finding talented writers, even talented new directors that we can help produce films. We've got some things. We've got another short that we're going to film with a couple ladies that are just great, Alana De Freitas and Jaca Soare. They're going to come up to Fresno and film a really neat concept, short horror film that kind of flips the genres and the tropes over on their head, and we're excited to work with them. And then we've got some other producer friends that want to bring some things to Fresno, and hopefully we can get those things here, and we can really help, bring up and elevate other talented people the way that's happened for us.
Yeah, we've done so many things completely on our own, in our own sort of bubble, like Robert Rodriguez style, where we're just literally doing everything. And it's really nice to like find good collaborators to help, do things with that are talented as well.
Yeah, we have to stop ourselves and say, oh yeah, there's someone that will do that.
Yeah,
we'll let them do that. Okay, cool. Like we don't need to do that specific thing. Great, it's nice.
I really hope you guys do follow that Robert Rodriguez route, because he actually built a studio in his hometown.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes, we think that would be awesome.
Only after all the bills and taxes get paid, right?
Yes. Exactly. Only after all those things get taken care of.
Now, one of the things that I do love about you guys is you guys always circle it back to the Fresno connection. Now, is he based in Fresno, or is he transplanted from somewhere else?
No, he is from Washington and has been living in LA. And then for about a year and a half, he lived with us in Fresno. And that's where we kind of came up with those things and helped, shepherd the idea. And he developed a feature-length script, which we have now in a slate of films. We have like 6-7 films that we feel like if we just raised even just a tiny, by Hollywood standard, even just like a tiny $5 to $10 million, we could complete all 7 of these films, and we could really have some cool stuff and really get some names involved in some of them too. Mm-hmm. So we feel like, it's just a matter of just raising those funds, getting something together, and seeing what we can do here in the community, because we feel like we could nail all of them here and really do a great job.
I can't imagine how crowded that your place is with all the people and all the equipment.
Yeah,
It can be at times.
and kids. All my kids are running around all day too, especially during COVID.
Yep.
let's talk about the development of who did you call it, Mr. Screamy?
Oh,
Mr. Sweetie.
Mr. Sweetie. Yeah. Talk about the development of that character, because in reality, you don't want to show him off too early, because you want the screams.
Right. Exactly. Right. Yeah. No, we had a lot of fun with this one. We had a team of special effects people on this one that really did a great job. So Rob Vargas, he's done masks and things for us. He did the mask for Held, and he did the mask for Gallows 2, kind of a redesign of Charlie Grimmel, and he designed this mask. And well, it's kind of a head, I guess. It's almost like a puppet, which we like the idea of this character almost feeling like a toy, or like something that a kid would, kind of play with, which just makes it even weirder and scarier, I think. But also we had our makeup artist Amber, who did like a bunch of weird effects with the blood coming out of the ice cream cone
and the weird pink hands and all
that
stuff.
Yeah. And in the feature too, we have a lot of like really just kind of bonkers effects and
very warped
perspectives
and warped worlds and strange things that take place that we think will be a lot of fun. Kind of like in It, how there's just these kind of weird elements, with the Pennywise character. What was the other character you said earlier?
Oh, Beetlejuice is like another one I referenced, because there's a lot of just strange visuals in that are, but they did them practically, obviously, for the time, and
we're excited about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, kind of like the world from a child's perspective, kind of this like scary, imaginative reality, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. And speaking of the child, talk about Joseph that you brought on.
Jojo, a local actor, a local kid actor who was just excited to be there and do it. And when we got to write about when we were getting close to his time needing to cut him off, he was so tired. He was like falling asleep a little bit. So we had to come back and do a second evening where we had some nighttime outside. But he did a great job, and it was fun to work with him. I think we're actually really good with kids, because I have 4 kids and we filmed a lot of things with them, and we just like kids. We like kids, even though they say never work with kids.
Yeah. When you find that talented kid, though, man, it really, for scary movies, I think especially, it really ups the intensity, ups the the scare factor.
Well, and the sympathy from the audience.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
The vulnerability of a child really makes you long to have them succeed in a film. So it's neat.
Remind me, is this the first time you two worked with the child in the film?
No, I mean, we've worked with kids before. I mean, a child meaning like under 10. No, we shot a movie. We rehabilitated a movie, I guess you could say, in 2017. It was a jungle movie that was shot mostly in Malaysia. And we were asked to kind of fix some of the storytelling because the original cut was not as commercial, or not really as what they were hoping for. And so Blumhouse actually asked us to help fix the film and improve on it. And so we did. We actually recreated a Malaysian jungle in a warehouse in downtown Fresno. And we matched it up almost perfectly with the actual Malaysian jungle.
But we had to work with a couple different kids in that, because we had to create some backstory. So there was some flashback elements for our lead characters who were, I don't know, in their 20s.
Mid to late teens in the movie.
And so we had flashbacks to younger versions of themselves, and Travis's daughter played
the younger version of the female lead. Yeah.
But then we had another local kid who did a great job. But yeah, we've done a few other short things with kids. This was our first time working with Jojo, the boy in We All Scream. And yeah, it was awesome.
we find good kids. You look around to find kids. The other kid besides my daughter in that jungle movie, he was acting in my son's, they're friends, but in their elementary school play at the time. Mm-hmm. And I said, hey, he looks like our lead actor. We should cast him as the younger version. And they were super sweet to have on set. Their parents were all great, and just it was fun to do that. Granted, sometimes, you know, even my own kid could be a pill on set a little bit, but the kids generally are great that we've been able to work with.
That's amazing. Even a chance to go to Malaysia. You brought Malaysia to Fresno.
That's right. We did.
That is right.
I have to remark, you know, about the ice cream truck, because, you know, I have an ice cream truck that circles my neighborhood every afternoon. And I used to have a renter in Fresno who she always parked her ice cream truck in her apartment complex. But where did you guys get that ice cream truck? Because that's the cleanest ice cream truck I have ever seen.
Yeah,
especially for
it's like a fairy tale ice cream truck,
right?
It's a little too perfect, right?
That's exactly what we were going for. But actually, it's actually a cupcake like food truck. They sell cupcakes, and it had that color scheme.
The cupcake route, right?
Yeah, the cupcake route, I believe, is their handle. But they were selling cupcakes. They're killing it too. Like, everyone loves getting cupcakes from them. But they had that blue and pink kind of color scheme going, and we really liked that. So we actually, again, our effects team made that big ice cream cone on the top. I think it's made out of like foam and cardboard and stuff, and stuck a light inside of it so it lit up. And then we had some decals printed for the sides to cover up the cupcake logo and everything, and then a little bit of visual effects trickery too to cover up a few things. But yeah, so it kind of was piecemealed together to look as perfect as it, you know, as it does in the short. But yes, we were very much going for that like iconic, you know, just that perfect ice cream truck look.
Yeah.
Well, it worked for me. And for the ice cream itself, did you guys just you didn't go to Rite Aid and Thrifties to get those?
No, actually, our makeup lady, Amber, she's local. Everyone's local, but we asked her to just see if she could make some or figure out how to make some really good looking fake ice cream
that wouldn't melt.
And she got this potato formula and the cones, and
I think there was like some lard in there or something, but she was
really
able to
make kind of harden it and make it still look like fresh coned ice cream.
It smelled really good with
cinnamon sticks and sprinkles and all of that. It was just great.
Yeah,
and then we
still have a lot of them. I mean, this was 2 years ago or almost 3 years. They still are just lasting. They just hold their form. It's kind of funny.
And then we had that idea to have kind of the just blood coming out of that ice cream, just like, oh, how nasty and gross. And
that was achieved with
weird.
That was achieved with, you know, those like those things you can fill up a lot of water balloons all at once. Those like little straws. Like Travis took one of those and we weaved it up through the ice cream cone and then
branched it out into different places, so it was all coming out of all over the place. It was just an idea we had that we thought, oh man, that would be creepy, and it sure looks creepy.
Yeah,
man. I guess if all else fails, you guys go into food commercials and make them look perfect.
Hey, maybe we will. It's tough times out there for an artist, you know. Gotta do some commercial work.
Us indie guys, we need some help along the way. So maybe we'll branch out and do a couple food spots.
Terrific. Well, I know I've taken a lot of your guys' time already. But is there any chance to make a full-length feature film, or did you guys didn't think about it?
Oh no, absolutely. We have
a script for a full-length feature. This kind of would act as a catalyst for the rest of the story, like a cold open and open. And but no, we have a feature ready to be financed essentially for this.
Well, that sounds terrific. Can't wait you guys to talk to you guys again on your next project. I feel like if I talk to you guys one more time, I'm just going to have to set up a fan club or something.
Yes.
Well, I mean, if you see behind us, we actually also have this Unlikely Story podcast that we're kicking off at the end of the month. And we're going to talk about our story and indie filmmaking and how we're doing things and bring people along with us, as well as have guests for actors, directors of photography, you know, grips, writers, composers. We're going to have a lot of people in the industry getting together with us around this table and telling their unlikely stories as well about how they've made it in the business. So
yeah, and it'll all be able to be watched on our same YouTube channel that the short is on, Tremendum on YouTube. and obviously also where you listen to podcasts. So we're
And
excited.
you've been covering films and things like this for a long time. It'd be nice to have you on as a guest. Actually.
Yeah, dude, that'd be cool.
That'd be fun.
Hey, you know what? You know how to figure out how to reach me. I'm only up the street from you guys, so
Yeah.
because I'm guessing you guys are in the Clovis Fresno area. I'm in Southeast Fresno area, so
Okay.
near Sunnyside. So
Awesome.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, we borrowed some computer monitors for this recent shoot from Sunnyside High School.
Yep, from the
Love those
library.
guys.
that's right. But anyways, hey guys, hey, thank you. It's always been a pleasure speaking with you guys again. And don't be a stranger. All right, neighbors.
Awesome.
Likewise.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks, Gig.
Okay, next time.